Hello, fellow geeks. Tonight we will be talking that Last of Us episode, the D&D Meet the Monsters promo, Pokey Mando, and more. Make sure you like and subscribe. Welcome to the Fellowship of Geekdom, presented by the Multiverse of Geekdom. As always, sitting in for the head geek Ben, I am but your humble guide of the multiverse, Joe. Joining me tonight, as always, is Jedi Master Tuck. How goes it, Don?
Pretty good, sir. Ready to go on this journey tonight.
Let's do it. And below us
Absolutely.
is Padawan Frito. How goes it, Jason?
Doing good, doing good. Fighting my way through this galaxy.
Well, you
Nice.
just got to take hyperdrive, buddy. Fly right through. Don't
Absolutely.
fight. Don't fight. Just warp it. So tonight, this past Sunday, we all witnessed an episode of The Last of Us, which hit you right in the feels.
God, yes.
Just hated it. Just hated it. Really couldn't get into this one. Just couldn't get into this episode at all.
I understand. I get it. There wasn't a lot of action.
It's all girly and stuff. I mean, no, it was great. It was a great episode.
There were gays.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God! Stop it! Let's not.
No, let's not. Let's not.
All right,
No,
so the
no, no.
episode
It was-
starts off. Joel is hurt, tells her to get the
Yes.
fuck out of here. She refuses to leave him. We flash back
Oh,
to Ellie's past.
When we first start, we don't know that she refuses. We just see her go upstairs.
Right.
Oh yeah. Right.
And then it flashes back to Ellie's past, where she gets in a fight because the girl says that her friend's not there to defend her anymore, and then she gets sit down by the Fedra officer, gives her an ultimatum, says, "Do you want to be a janitor, a vagabond like your friend, or do you want to be an officer, maybe make the best out of the shitty situation?" We've seen that guy before, I believe, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
He was in the first episode. Yeah.
Yes. Thought so.
Yeah.
Now she gets back to her dorm room. She's reading the pun book.
Yeah.
And somebody sneaks into her room. She hears a rustling. She's about to fight. Turns out it is Riley, her roommate, best friend. The person that the aforementioned guardian protector
That they thought
figure.
that she thought she was dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
But alas, she is not dead. She's not buried. Instead, she took flight and has become a firefly. Although we don't learn this till a little deeper in the episode. They sneak off. They have a stand by me moment where they see a dead body. They take the alcohol from the dead body. Obviously, he overdosed, but still. What is whiskey made out of?
Oh shit! I don't
What is alcohol made out of? It's all made out of all these crops and things that this fungus is supposedly spread through. So,
well, but if remember, they said it was from before. They said that it was a bottle from before this had happened.
Right, but wouldn't it?
Oh, that's right. Right.
It was made from.
I mean, before the outbreak, but it doesn't mean that the ingredients in it weren't tainted.
No, that's true. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. Well, no, because whiskey has to ferment for a while. I'm pretty sure it takes a while for whiskey.
Oh yeah.
So a good whiskey would have been made at least a year before the outbreak, if it was even that close. So yeah, they might have been, but still, yeah. No,
they said. They did say it when I forget, it was 2 episodes prior where they said Joel told her while they were walking that it hit the crops and then everything went out the next day. So I think he said it was a week. It took a week and everything was just a mass outbreak and spread.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we see them a little tipsy, little buzzed. You feel some energy between them. It's a vibe. Feels a little more than friends. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We see them playing with Riley's gun, the sidearm, her 4.5, if you will, though it wasn't.
Yes.
And you can see that Ellie has a fascination for guns. This is where it all began. You know what I mean? This is the start of that little. Just give me the gun, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just let me get a gun, bro. Come on, dude. Hey, Joel.
Well, there's a
Yeah,
reason for it, and we
I like
find
when
out.
she's like, I like when she says it's yeah. Well, I just like the line where she's like, it's really heavy.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a funny line that she says. She's like it's really heavy. Yeah.
Then Riley tells her to follow her in what may be the creepiest little bit of the show. It almost seems like she's about to get plugged. Blocker.
I really, for a second, thought she might kill her. Yeah,
it seemed
second, man.
Seemed a little
like,
creepy.
Wait a minute, is she setting her up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looked like they were about to go into a murder dungeon, but it turned out it's just the back door to a mall.
Mm-hmm.
Now she brought her there. She turns it on. Boom, lights on. Turns out that when Fedra extended the safe zone, they inadvertently turned on power to the mall too. First,
what a great shot too when the lights come on throughout the mall.
Oh yeah, that whole shot right
from
there
her from behind, and they show like down the long hallway. That's a cool shot. It really was.
And all of these things in the mall. The first thing that Ellie comes across that she obsesses over is a simple escalator.
Yep.
Now it's lost on us in our modern world how different that is to somebody who has never seen one before.
Right.
It's a much different vibe, if you will. Then we see her talking about the wonders of the mall, and she asks, "Is this one?" She goes, "Okay, the 5 wonders of the mall." Then we see a Victoria's Secrets store, and them asking about the things. And she's like, "Yeah, I could see you in it." Laughing, you see them being all flirty, and then when Riley leaves, you see Ellie kind of fixing her hair, touching up, making herself look all pretty. Never seen anybody get as happy from getting high and also from getting low as Ellie was with that escalator.
Oh yeah.
Fair enough. So the 4 wonders of the mall. We had the photo booth. They took all the silly pictures, although it didn't print out great. You could tell that the ink was degrading, which was a nice touch. It makes sense. There's the merry-go-round.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which, I mean, what a time that was they had. You could really feel that this was all planned for her. And this is like the most romantic estate ever. And I don't think either one knew whether it was a date or not. Then they go to an arcade and we see Mortal Kombat 2.
Yes.
This is where this throws us back to the beginning, to the first episode, where she talks about Melina eating people and spitting out their bones.
Yeah.
Then we see. Yes. Then they get in a fight. They push her away. She goes to run off because she realized that there were bombs there, and she was probably responsible for a recent bombing.
Mm-hmm.
This is when she tells her that she's leaving, right? Or is that later?
Yep. No, she tells her right then. Yep, she tells her then that she's leaving, going to Boston, and that she can't come with her. That her Marlene told her that you can't come with me.
So then she runs out, leaves, comes back in, hears a scream, goes running. Turns out it was the last wonder of them all, Spirit Halloween. Good things, some things never change, even in a pandemic. Now, what time of year was this supposed to start at?
I do not remember.
Oh, I don't remember what time of the year it was when it actually started.
Because does it make sense?
Yeah,
Could it have been a Spirit Halloween? Or did they move in after the mall was abandoned like every other
Right,
Spirit Halloween?
Like, we still got costumes if y'all want
Good to see some things don't change even in an apocalypse. This is where they have their first emotionally charged kiss. Ellie apologizes afterwards. She almost feels bad that she said, "Why are you apologizing?
Yep.
For what?" She asked her to stay. She says yes. So she wasn't going to go. Then, that's when things go to hell. This is when an infected pops in, bites them both. Although we don't realize that at first. Ellie stabs the dude, marks him. And then they both realize they're bitten and, well, fucked.
I love the different reactions in both of them. It was, you could clearly tell Ellie was someone who hadn't really experienced loss just yet, so she was really angry and just full of rage and just breaking shit, whereas you could tell that Riley had probably experienced this and was just ready for this.
Yeah.
And I thought that was such a great moment between those two.
Yeah, no, definitely. You really felt the when she asked her, "Oh, you've seen a dead body before?" Early in the episode, she says, "Yeah, my parents." Yeah. You really felt that come through. You also, in that moment, after they found out that they got bit, you had Riley say that they had two options. They could either take the easy way out or ride it out as long as possible. Then there was talk of a third option, which is what's going to end up happening. Because we know this already, because the way that the show is shot. This being a flashback, we know that Ellie is immune, so she will survive. Like Donna Summers. Hey. Then we could almost already feel that the burden of loss, the loneliness of being the one who survives, that survivor's grief, the reason why Ellie is how she is with people. She's so used to everybody leaving her. And this flashes back to Joel and her refusing to leave. So, overall thoughts on the episode, favorite parts?
I mean, I don't know if I really have a favorite part of it, only because I kind of look at this episode as this is episode 6, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
That's
two more episodes,
because this reminds me of episode. Yeah, but this reminds me of episode 3 so much. The Bill and Frank episode.
Yep.
Yeah, this is more of a personal story.
Yeah, but we see love again blossom through other, LGBT
through this rotting world.
But they're also teenagers, which I think is also another cool way that they did it, because they're younger, so they're not quite as mature as Bill and Frank. So we get sort of a different look at it from what it would look like if, how you would have to deal with it, and that her thing to Ellie was taking her to a mall, something they never got to experience in real life, or at least not in a real way. So it's such a great episode. It's so well done all the way through. I think it's perfect. That's why I don't really know if I could pick a favorite part out of it. It's so good.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think the overall feel and like what you get at the end of it, the fact that you realize that she learned from Riley that you don't quit, and you don't quit on the people that you love. So I feel like this shows that Joel is the last person that she loves now in this world, and she's going to do whatever she can to keep that man alive and be with him to make sure that he can take care of her and she can take care of him.
I think it's pretty obvious that the best part's when they get bit. Fuck them. Just kidding.
Fair enough. I mean, look, if I'm gonna absolutely pick a favorite park, it's the MK2 park. I mean, them playing MK2 for the first time is such a fun scene. It's such a fun scene.
The arcade, yeah, that was good. Also, when she goes, it's not tacos, is it?
Yeah.
Yes, that was fun.
That was a
that
good
was
part.
fun.
But also,
Yeah.
to be honest, just I think I really enjoyed them just like that scene of them getting to and from to the mall. Like that was a really well done scene. Like just them getting there, the Fedra people being on patrol right there, and it was just sketchier moment than they thought, and it was just well done.
So, what was your favorite creature on the merry-go-round? Well, speaking of beasts, there was a new D&D monsters trailer promo thing.
Nice.
Where they went through some of the creatures that are going to be in the upcoming Dungeons and Dragons film. Upcoming fairly soon, right?
Yes. Within the next, I think the next 2 weeks.
Let's say a couple weeks, a few weeks.
And then Shazam comes out pretty soon too, right?
Yes.
I think we're like a month away on that, right? About a month.
All right, well, which one are you more excited for?
D&D. I'm sorry. I'm a D&D nerd.
What about you, Don?
I really like the first Shazam, but so far, I think I'm more intrigued on the D&D. Because it looks like and I'm not a big D&D guy, I'll be honest.
I have
I'm not.
Sunk my claws into Don. I have shown him what a character sheet is and how to build his own character. God, and I have gotten my way into him. Yes.
No, but I really like the trailer, the way that they're setting this up as like a bunch of friends just having a stupid journey through this fantasy world, which is exactly what I would expect from a D&D movie. So I'm really hoping it's good.
Okay. Yeah. And so in this promo, we have a little introduction thing, and then we have the characters talking about, will we see so-and-so monster? The first one they mention is Owl Bear. It's a mashup of an owl and a bear. All ferocity and feathers and fangs. No cute and cuddly. Although I assume it could turn its head all the way around, which is absolutely frightening.
Yes, it can.
That is frightening.
And it looked pretty dope. Then there's mimics, monsters that can pose as anything, which we see as a treasure chest with a lick-a-tongue.
They all kind of look like that. Like when they actually turn into creature form, they just have like a giant fang mouth, just long tongue, try and get wrapped up and eat you.
Their dome game must be unreal.
Look, 3000.
There are gelatinous cubes.
Dude, that was the funniest part. I think that's going to be the funniest part. It looks hilarious.
That just
it takes your weapon away, apparently. Is that what they say?
Yes.
It takes your weapon away? It
yes,
dearms you or whatever? It disarms you, I mean?
Like your weapon kind of gets stuck inside of the gelatinous cube.
It's just a gelatinous cube, much like Spam. Then there's a dysplasia beast, a predator with cloaking and tentacles. Sounds much like one of the things that they have adopted for Stranger Things. Where
I'm curious to see that
is Elle when you need her? What about the intellect devourer? A brain that eats brains. Strikes at more intelligent
that's the funniest
people.
Fucking shit ever.
That scene was fucking hysterical. It goes after people with high intelligence.
Well, that's hurtful.
It just walks right by all of them. I was like, that is so great.
And you want to know what? That's a typical D&D campaign.
That's what I'm saying.
Not a lick of intelligence between us.
He no like dum-dums.
Oh, God.
So now, then there is a red dragon. He's a real chunka. What's his name? Thunderjack? Thumberjack? I couldn't make it out.
He ate all the other dragons. It doesn't matter.
He's eating all the other ones, yeah.
He's a chonka.
The scene of him just sliding down, and because he's so big, he just slides down and eats it. Just is perfect.
the chonk.
Yeah, it's funny.
Big chonk.
Awesome.
So that's about it.
Wasn't at the end
on the D and D.
Yes, those were all the.
But speaking of DISNEY, there is a new season of Mando starting soon.
Starting in T minus what, Don? 7 hours? 6 hours?
Something like that. Yep. Close to it.
In our next segment here, we will be doing a Pokemando segment. What the fuck does that mean, you ask? Good question. Hell of a question, actually. It means that while Don and Jason recap the last season of Mando briefly, maybe where we're at, maybe some predictions for the start of this season, I will open some Pokemon cards.
This is going to be
fun.
Okay.
Mando.
You want to start?
So where we are right now, I was going to say where we are right now is basically Mando last season was trying to get Grogu back to his kind, or the Jedi. Boba Fett is back. Ahsoka is back.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
And
sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
You want to, I guess, just.
Wait, do you really have white gloves on to open up your Pokemon cards? Are you serious right now?
What about the?
Like I'm on Pawn Stars. You're about to look at a coin or something. Like one of those coins or books. Oh shit. Go ahead, Joe. Sorry. Go ahead.
Recap the Boba Fett scenes too, because that's gonna have a large.
Oh, for sure. Oh yeah.
I mean, You're talking to the right person right there, man.
Yeah, it's gonna have a large impact.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Boba Fett. So basically, what happens when we see Boba Fett the first time is he knows Mando has his armor because he was been following him, and he saw him in the first episode of the second season take his armor from Cobb Vanth in the when they go after the what the hell is it called? The
season 2 is also where they introduce Bo-Katan, correct?
Bo-Katan's also introduced, correct? Yes.
Well, I was more talking the
you're talking
Mando
about the fight,
scenes
the
in Boba Fett.
Okay.
Because that's
we get the flashback.
That's what's right in front of, like that's between the last season.
The Razor Crest got blown up. Razor Crest is gone. Yep. Boba Fett has to slave one, so he can't rely on Boba Fett to get him around anymore. So he has to get a old school Naboo starfighter made up into a modern day, basically hot rod starfighter. With
I'm sure it's going to look.
What's her name from Tatooine?
Amazing.
Oh, it does. No, it was in Boba. It was the.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They build the ship. Then he goes to see Mr. Skywalker himself, the Lukester. Where he is Lukester. That's right. Where he is rebuilding the Jedi Temple. Robots are rebuilding, or droids are rebuilding the Jedi Temple for him while he's training Grogu. And we get a great scene where Grogu is trying to steal the frogs as usual instead of meditating.
Of course.
And Luke shows him how to force lift 100 frogs at once, which Grogu goes back with the Mando after seeing that, because I would think he would at least want to learn that first. But I digress. Then we get a great scene of him jumping around on the rocks, trying to learn balance and things like that, while Luke and Miss Ahsoka Tano herself have one of the best. I seriously want I want like a 6-episode miniseries of just them two talking in a room.
God, yeah, that conversation, just the very first conversation that they have would probably be historic. Like the what she could tell him about his father, and just everything
what he could tell her about his father that she doesn't know, because she doesn't know he's dead now. She doesn't know any of that yet.
Like it would just be absolutely wild. I think.
Yeah. No,
I'm sure she's heard that he's, and also I'm sure.
Oh, they've had the conversation off screen.
No. But I'm talking about
as a
before
huge
that.
fan, I just want
I'm
to
talking about if their connection in the Force. I guarantee Ahsoka felt his death the moment it happened. I guarantee.
I still think this has happened at this point. When we get to Ahsoka and Luke having this conversation in the woods, I think before that ever happened, there is a conversation between her, Luke Skywalker, and Anakin's Force Ghost. I absolutely believe that has happened at some point, and that is what I want to see. That's what I want.
Intense.
Yep,
that
because
would
Anakin's
be
the Force Ghost.
That would be such a fucking scene. Holy shit.
Nobody will ever convince me that Luke Skywalker is not talking to Anakin at this point. This is like 8 years after episode 6. He is definitely talking.
Oh, that actually looks pretty cool. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, those are freaking cool, man. I like those. But yeah, that's something I've always wanted to see.
The ending of Boba Fett, we see Luke Skywalker bringing back Grogu to the care of Mando, who had just now helped Boba Fett. What were they in the middle of doing? What did he help him with?
They were getting ready to start that fight.
Yeah,
they were getting ready to start fighting, which I love this part about that whole thing. Luke brings back baby Grogu and is just like, yeah, I'm not helping y'all fight though either.
Yeah, so like out. What?
I'm out. Like I'm straight out. Like I'm
you could have just helped. Just help for like 2 seconds. 2 seconds. But also then again,
he doesn't want any part in that.
He doesn't want people to know he's back, and he doesn't want people to know where he is.
But it's just so weird how he's not like, I can kind of end this in like 2 seconds. Like this can be over right now. It's like, even though we know Boba Fett can literally end it in 2 seconds. That's
he wanted to.
Boba Fett was so underwhelming in this show. I wanted him like Matrix style, like the booster on his back, just like helping him run up walls, shooting people and stuff. Like I wanted serious.
But like I feel like it also is. I mean, yes, we do want those scenes, but also we also have to remember he's getting older. Like he's gonna be more weathered down. He has to be in those what are those containers? The back
of tanks.
The back of tanks. The back of tanks. He you know what I'm saying? Like he is constantly having to regenerate himself and heal.
But here's my thing. This is my thing though with the show. It's not even that he's not doing that stuff so much. It's more that he's a bitch. He's a bitch in that show. He's a bit of a bitch. That's just not Boba Fett to me, dude.
We've said this before, and we can go on rants for an hour about
of course we can. Yeah,
I wanted that Boba Fett show to be more of a Godfather. Listen, I may be getting older and I may be, but guess what? I'm sorry. I'm still the head of this family and I still run shit. Okay? I have no problem showing you that I am the man. I'm the guy you don't fuck with. And like you said, his name would have been remembered.
Oh, for sure. On Tatooine?
On Tatooine, his name would have been something people are like, it would have been like Voldemort, like he who shall not be named. Like, we don't speak of the boogeyman here. Like,
dude, everybody thought he was dead. If somebody was like, "Oh, that's Boba Fett," everybody would be like, "What? That's Boba Fett?" It's literally like 10 years. It's like 10 years before.
Yeah,
that he got thrown into the Sarlacc pit. Yeah, but his Beskar, that's always been. That's why they created Beskar for Mandalorians. Mandalorians, Beskar,
because it fights against lightsabers.
Well, that plus it's resistant to the acid in the Sarlacc's stomach. Because remember, the Sarlacc will digest your body over 1,000 years slowly. but because his armor's Beskar, it doesn't do anything to him while he's in there. That's why he was able to get out.
I mean, it still messed him up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, he got messed up from it because obviously his whole body isn't covered,
but
the parts that are covered, his chest, his head, everything that's like important was covered up. So he could get out of there and still survive it. Yeah, he wouldn't come out of it untouched though.
So
No.
the ending of that is obviously they get back together. So now we know that at the beginning of this season, we're gonna get Grogu and Mando back together.
Mm-hmm.
And from what it looks like and what we've seen, they're going back to Mandalore. And we're going to get a whole lot of scenes with Bo-Katan. It looks like we're going to get a lot more.
What did the fox say?
Nice.
More Darth Saber. The Dark Saber we're going to be able to see a lot more of.
Dude.
I mean, this season I am highly, highly, highly anticipated for it.
Okay.
Yeah, like I can't.
Wasn't this a Digimon?
Understate how. Sorry.
It looks like it, but he was more narrow. Wait, no, maybe his evolution. Damn it. Okay, now you're gonna have me look this up. Fuck. But continue. What were you saying?
I don't know. What was I saying?
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I literally lost it that fast.
Okay, no, it wasn't him. Okay, cool. We're good.
Oh, I was actually kind of excited if it was. I was like, is this real? What's going on?
Because I was like, that'd be rare as shit. So. But no, anyway, so continue. We were talking about what we're gonna see. So what do you think we're gonna see in this season?
Okay. This is my honest prediction of what I think is going to happen in this season. And I really do believe this is what's going to happen. They are going to fight for the dark saber in the beginning of maybe episode 2, but maybe end of episode 1. I think when he walks into the throne room on Mandalore, and she's sitting on that throne, there is no way, in my opinion, that she doesn't say, "Okay, we're fighting right now for it." I think she loses that fight, and I think we talked about this.
Yes,
but over the course of the season, what I think happens is ultimately she shows him the real Mandalorian way, and he leaves that sect, and we see him take his helmet off at the end of this season.
I mean, like, let's be real, you don't get more Mandalore than what we're gonna see in this next season.
Oh, not to mention they are definitely gonna bang. They are definitely gonna bang. That's no, I don't. No, I'm being serious. The only reason I say that is I think that they're gonna end up together this season, and that's how she's gonna be able to rule Mandalore with him.
Good-looking couple,
and not have to fight him for it. Not have to fight him for the saber anymore.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, she has to fight him for the saber. It's her family's legacy.
I mean, yeah, it's Clan Vizsla. Like, you can't.
Yeah,
like that's what I'm saying. That like you can't get more Mandalore than Clan Vizsla. Like right. And if they're taking off their helmet, Mando, there's no reason why you can't. Come on now, come on, Pedro.
So I have a feeling
the
that's
fans
how they're
want to see that
out.
face.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, it's Pedro Pascal, dude. Yeah. No, I feel like that's the right way to do it because I can't see either one of them killing each other. That's not going to happen.
No,
like that to me,
not at all. You're not going to kill off. You're not going to kill off Mandalorian, and you're not going to kill off Bo-Katan.
Right. So the only way to have this battle is either she or he lets her win. I can fight at the end, and he's just like, "You take it. Like let's fight, but you'll win." He doesn't tell her that.
I do think they will get together, though. I really do. I agree with you.
I think that makes the most sense. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense for me. Because other than that, they have to fight. And again, they don't have to kill each other. They don't have to kill each other. But two Mandalorians fighting is not going to be like, oh, we just punched each other a few times and walked away. They fight. Like,
what would it be? It would be so funny if one day, like, the dark saber is just on the floor and Grogu just picks it up and just like can wield it normally, like I'm just no problems.
Oh, he will hold the dark saber at some point. I do believe that. I do believe that.
And I'm telling you, he'll just be able to pick it up effortlessly.
Oh yeah, because he has the Force. Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can work. He doesn't work with it. Or what did she say?
You're not working.
The harder you try
it.
to. Yeah, the harder you try to wield it, you can't wield it or whatever. Yeah, you have to let it just be a part of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is why, well, and that's part of lightsabers. Lightsabers are the same way. That's why, like, normal people should, and as far as lore goes, technically should not be able to pick up a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Because the Force is kind of what holds it in your hand. Because that thing like hums, and it's apparently really heavy, like, and it's not easy to just wield, like, just swing around like a regular sword. So it's energy, like it's energy,
pure energy. Yeah.
Right. So it's technically only people with the Force are supposed to be able to wield a lightsaber in the first place. So we will find out, dude. But yeah, I just feel like this is finally like what I have been wanting, which is the mini Game of Thrones on Mandalore. I think that's what we're gonna get this season. I think we're gonna get a lot of Mandalore. A lot of Mandalore.
We're gonna get a lot of lore, figure out what happened to the planet after it has been glassed, which I am extremely excited for.
Well, they show the bombing in the trailer.
Yeah.
Of Mandalore. So we're gonna get that flashback. So I hope it's like a 10-15 minute scene.
I need a nice chunk of that because I want to see what it was like from their perspective. And I feel like we're gonna find out that, you know, there was a way that a bunch of them survived, not many, but there was a few
that's
clans
the story,
here
right?
and there.
That's where the clan that he is with is from. They're the ones that escaped to one of the moons of Mandalore.
Well, no, I'm saying survived on. Well, I'm saying
after the bombing,
survived on the planet after it was bombed on the planet. Like they never left. I feel like we're gonna figure out stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah. No, hey, again, I think we're gonna get a lot of Mandalore lore. That's what I think.
The Mandalore
lore, please, more lore.
Mando lore, Ian.
Exactly.
That's gonna be a deep dive.
We ran it enough. We ran it enough about this.
Yeah. Me and him can go on and on.
I'm telling you, that episode tomorrow night, Noah better strap in because I'm going as long as if there's something to talk about, I'm talking about it. Just so you know, I'm just saying.
And there will be the new season of The Witcher is coming out in a couple of months.
Oh yeah.
I'm curious on how that's gonna be.
Still has Henry Cavill. It's his last season.
No, I know, but I'm still curious on how it's gonna go.
I got to catch up on that actually.
Yeah, we could do that. We could discuss it next week. The same bat time, the same bat channel.
Absolutely.
But if you gentlemen don't have anything else, why don't you tell the people where they could find you, Don?
Absolutely. You guys can find me at Jedi Master Tuck on Twitter. You can also find me on the Multiverse of Geekdom and the Benverse Facebook page. You can also find me here pretty much every day of the week, guys, on one of these shows, laughing with these guys, talking with these guys, and having a great time. Please like and subscribe to the channel. As always, hit the notification bell, and have a great night, guys.
Yes, as always, please like and subscribe, and let us know down below what you want us to cover, what you want us to talk about. If you want to see more Pokemon card unboxings, whatever you feel like doing, let us know. You want to see more games with Jason, whatever you want to see, let us know and we'll do it. We're easy like that.
Absolutely.
Jason, why don't you tell the people where they can find you?
Same as Don, you can find me here all the time. I am gaming in the multiverse. I am here on the Jedi Academy, the Fellowship of Geekdoms, our Sunday wrap-up show. You can also find me on Padawan Frito on Twitch and Padawan Frito on Instagram.
And you could find me, damn it, come on, camera, at Joseph M. Boros on Twitter. I believe Instagram's the Princess of Promise. And there's our newest family member, Khaleesi.
Oh, nice.
Not that I have a theme.
No.
But until next time, we have been but your humble guides through this multiverse of shenanigans. Have a great night.
Bye, guys. What was that? That was the greatest.